Hello, this is Mr. Spy, and this will be the sixth video on Unit 1 functions, one-to-one functions, or injunctive functions. Let's begin. Okay, a one-to-one function. So a one-to-one function is a special type of function where every element of the command only goes to one element in the range. To test to see if something's an injunctive function or a one-to-one function, we use a horizontal line test. The horizontal line test tests to see if something has an inverse very often. You do it by drawing a horizontal line through the graph and see if the horizontal line only touches once. It's a one-to-one function. It's very similar to the vertical line test, which you use to see if a relationship is a function by seeing if the vertical line touches the graph only once. One function are also called injective functions, and all one-to-one functions have an inverse. More on that in the next video. Okay, so how to tell if one-to-one function is using a table. So it's like you're looking for a function, you look to see repeats in the first column. Well, when it's one-to-one, you look to see repeats in the second column. So like in this first example, we have 2 7s, and we also have like 3 6s. So this is for sure not one-to-one because there are repeats in the range. But here you'll see 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, all different numbers. So this is one-to-one. So f of n is not one-to-one because there are repeats in the range, and g of n is one-to-one. Okay. Okay, so sometimes they'll ask you what value a can be. Well, since a cannot be a repeat, let's say what a cannot be. Well, a cannot be the following 4 numbers. A cannot be -4, 2, 7, or 12. A cannot be any of these numbers. It could be anything but these 4 numbers. So a could be, let's say, 5. Or a could be 0. Has to be some number that could be at 7, but it cannot be -4, 2, 7, or 12. Because you cannot have repeats in the range, or y. In this case is g of x. Let's do another example. Horizontal line test. So which of these graphs has an inverse? So you draw a horizontal line and see if it touches more than once. So the first one, 44, yes, it's one-to-one, only touches once. Here, 48 is not even a function. Don't even waste your time. It won't pass the vertical line test, so you don't even try the horizontal line test. The next one does. So this is one-to-one. This one and this one are not, because they touch more than once. So not one-to-one, not one-to-one. And you use the horizontal line test. Over here, just remember I use the vertical line test. It's not even a function, so I don't even spend my time checking to see if it's one-to-one. Say it again, it's not a function. Don't even check to see if it's one-to-one. I apologize for the bell. Let's continue. Okay, use an equation to show a function is not one-to-one. Now this is the hardest one. We want to find, we know it's absolute value. We know it's absolute value. And all absolute value functions make the shape like a V, so absolute value is not one-to-one. But I want to use it by plugging in numbers. So let x equal 9, let's say. So the absolute value of 9 minus 7 is the absolute value of 2, which equals 2. Now, let's say x equaled 5. Well, 5 minus 7 is -2, and the absolute value of -2 is also 2. So 9 and 5 both go to the same value 2, preventing this from being a one-to-one function. And that's the way you do it by picking points. Just pick 2 points that will give the same value. It's not the easiest way to do it, but it always works. Okay, next video will lead into the idea of inverse functions, which are all one-to-one functions. Just like this one covered one-to-one functions, it'll cover inverse functions. This is based on day 9 of fall 2020. Okay, this is Mr. Spy. Hope that video on one-to-one functions helped you out. Subscribe to my channel to wait for updates for the next video on function inverses, which is the penultimate video in this unit, followed by one more unit video on key features of functions, which wraps up this whole unit. If there are more video ideas on any math topic you like, from Algebra 1 to Algebra 2, Calculus, Statistics, Geometry, post in the comments below and I'll make that video. This is Mr. Spy, signing off. Have a great day.